Can we say Epstein?
The E-Files.
We said Epstein.
We say
We'll get more likes now. We're on Epstein 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Self-Made Training Facility Comeback Series with Coach Chandler.
Hello.
Okay, where we've evolved at some point in our businesses. Maybe not today, though.
Sorry, guys. I am eating my food prep, so don't judge me.
I saw him put some honey on there. Here's extra carbs.
It's sriracha, bro. 0 calories.
Sriracha? Tech 9 would be proud of you.
No, yeah.
Grady, that reference is for you, Grady. All right, so prep. You got your, chicken rice, sriracha?
Chicken rice, sriracha.
How many ounces we got? We got like 6 ounces, 4 ounces?
About 170 grams of chicken and then 250 grams of white rice.
It's American, bro.
I was supposed to have my veggies on here, but I said, fuck my veggies.
Like Miguel always said, the cows and the chickens ate the veggies. So we eat the cows and the chickens.
Along the process, there's something that happens that they're intertwined. So
that's right. I took my veggies in a capsule this morning. Yeah. My veggie caps.
I do my green powder.
Green powder?
That's what I do in the morning on the protein shake. Oh.
I got the green powder, the yellow powder.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
So how many weeks now? You started your pre-prep?
In September.
Yep. And then we talked about prep probably about like a month or so ago. So that was at the end of March.
Yeah, just
now we're at the end of April, starting May now. What's it look like? What's the next 3 months look like?
So I like to, I got to talk with Russell first, but I like to shoot for end of July.
Nice.
And compete.
Nice. So end of July. There's the national shows in Pittsburgh and Vegas. So in the start of July, there's probably a show out in Vegas or Anaheim around that time. I think the LA Championships is usually, just off the top of my head, the LA Championships is usually right before USA's.
Yeah.
So that's probably mid to end of July.
Yeah.
And that'd be a cool show.
Yeah.
Summertime, summer shreddy. Chandler's going to be all tanned and oiled up at the pool party.
That's right.
Fist pumping.
In my Borat Speedo.
Oh, no. You leave that for Steph. I want to see that.
No, it will be for
Okay,
Steph.
so let's say you do this July show. Is it something that you're like, because I know you competed before, so is this like a re-bucket list, or is it something that you want to do like once a year, kind of like a hobby building to keep yourself on track and be part of the industry and the culture? Or do you have any plans, regardless of how you do, do you have any plans for after, what you want to do with competition in general?
I do want to continue competing.
Okay.
I do want to continue to compete and just continue to grow the community that I'm currently growing with Self-Made, with Pure Nutrition, with, sorry.
Do you have water?
I do have water.
Okay.
With other small businesses in the local area.
Yeah.
Right. And then eventually, I want us to compete together, bro.
Oh, man.
I want us to both step on stage at the same time.
It's going to be real oily and brown.
Because I know you're also finishing your bulk season, right?
Yeah. So we're 2.5 weeks. We're down 6 pounds now in the 2.5 weeks. We got 2 more weeks then blood work, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. The next show probably won't be till next July, 2027. But if we do another growing phase, we're going to have a tough time getting into the weight class. So,
which is what? You're
209. Yeah. So 209 is the class. I weighed in at 203, 204. I probably was on stage only like a pound or 2 heavier. I think the stress of like the gym and everything that was going on at the time, all the water weight kind of dumped off me and then kept going. So the goal is to kind of come in around 208, 209, right around the top of the class. But if you be like 2 pounds leaner and 5 pounds of muscle heavier, that's going to be a completely different look. Even though it's only like a 4 pound difference.
That's a lot.
It's a lot on stage. Yeah. Like I could lose 6 pounds now at from 236 to 230.
Right.
And that 6 pounds doesn't look that different. Maybe a little bit tighter abs, a little bit less watery face and bloating and stuff. But it doesn't look overall that different.
Right.
But from 210 to 204, that can look huge different on stage.
Oh, big time. Especially as you, like you said, start to pull more water and everything like that, and actually start getting into your posing routine, which will be a lot more to show during that time.
Oh, heck yeah. And we're just glad that the hamstrings popped this year. So we try and keep those in. That'll be fun. So that'll be next July 2027 in New Jersey, probably, for the Universe and 4th of July weekend. And then depending on how that goes, we do one more shot at Pittsburgh for Masters Nationals at the end of July next year.
Hell yeah.
And then after that time, bro, I'm old. I'll have to take a break.
Take a break.
Yeah, go to the 55 and up community for a while. Hang out with my peers.
That's if you make it to 50.
If I make it to 50.
Remember, we may have a deal, Sean. You have to make it to 52.
Deal's off. Epstein 4 begins. The business mistakes we made early on. So I separate this into 3 categories. So the mistakes that we made early on. For you trainers that are watching this from Self-Made, learn from us. If you are not a trainer, Self-Made, still learn and listen. Chandler is one of the big brother mentors here at Self-Made Training Facility. He's helped me develop the education program here that we've built upon the back of Miguel. Miguel had a 21-day onboarding process, and we built another from weeks 4 to week 8 on top of that. And we're going through our first cohort now. And we will fine-tune everything after each cohort. And when the next round of trainers comes through, we'll have better education. So we want to kind of use this podcast also to promote the Big Brother program in hopes that if any of you are interested, comment Big Brother program below, and we'll get you some information on how you can start being a part of it, even if you are not a trainer here at Self-Made Training Facility. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron's already been looking at the app and going through some of the modules, even though he hasn't made the investment to come here yet. We wish you luck in your last semester at Cal State San Marcos, and I'll see you Saturday.
Good luck, man.
So some of the business mistakes, the 3 different categories that I had was I put under structure, no. Okay, undervaluing and undercharging. Okay, lack of structure and no boundaries.
Right.
So undervaluing is more of the mental side of things on how you value yourself and your training, which leads to undercharging.
Right.
So something we talked about before was like getting out of your own head, right? So we've gone through that, and you've talked about that in many series that we've done. So how did you look at yourself the first time you were a trainer here? And now looking back, you probably were undervaluing yourself and what you provided.
Big time.
So why do you think you did that? Is it your age or what?
Definitely my age, because at my first going around at the first location back in 2019, right, I only came out of Self-Made with 1 client.
Yeah.
But that was enough to cover my rent, and that's it. And then I think after that, anybody that was coming my way, I was offering like free stuff.
Right. You felt you had to probably.
Left and right. And then before I knew it, I was starting like, okay, I took EOS pricing. Right, I took EOS pricing, and I saw what they were charging for a 30-minute session, and I gave those my older clients, but they weren't out of contract yet. I gave them the same offer, but a full hour instead.
Yeah.
I offered them double whatever they're getting over there, and so at $40 a session back then, you know,
it was good for both parties though to start off that way, because they were already used to paying 42 whatever for a half hour, but you were getting paid probably like $10-11 for a half hour if you're making like $22 an hour or something, right? And so they get double the time, and you're getting more than double the money,
the full profit,
right? So you don't, because you already had that 1 client that was paying your rent for you.
But when it wasn't a previous existing client from EOS, it was a new client right off the block, right? And I'd try to pitch him my packages, and then like, oh, you know, maybe like 500 is a little too much on my budget right now, and then I'd start trickling back down. I'll go ahead, what about 400? And you know, maybe we do this X, Y, and Z for a different type of package,
right?
And like, still too high. And before I knew it, I was at 250.
And they're hacking you down.
And they said deal. And I'm like, okay.
Now you're at $25 an hour again.
So then that kind of stuck with me mentally for a good couple months of just like, okay, you know what? I need clients. I need clients. Rent's due. Bills are due. Right. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, you know, at that point I was desperate. I needed to make shit happen. And, you know, I needed.
Right. And there's times where you can give to someone and give them a discount, but I said that's you giving the client a discount. That was them taking from you. That wasn't you giving it. They were haggling you down. And I think that a lot of people, they think like, I really, really need this 1 client, so I'll work for whatever, because I need that $200, because that $200 is going to make my car payment or pay my phone bill. It's
going to be food on the table.
And so it's a tough place to be, to value yourself and your time. But what I find is when you value yourself, you can't let someone else dictate your value. Because if you're letting them dictate your value, then you have no control.
Right.
One strategy that we can implement too is if someone doesn't want to pay your $500 a month price for 6 sessions a month or whatever it is, you can take out part of your offer. Say, okay, well, that's my premium plan. For $350 a month, I can offer you this plan instead, but you should also reduce stuff that you do for them.
Right.
Because they shouldn't get the premium plan for the mid-tier pricing.
Right, exactly.
At least then you're dictating the
Right.
pricing structure. It's like, okay, that's the premium price, that $500. I'm sorry if that doesn't work for your budget, that's okay. Here, I know we mentioned that I also do hormone and consulting and peptide therapy consulting. So my mid-tier pricing does not include that. All it's going to include is your meal plan, your training program off without me on your off days, and your sessions with me. So an easy way to do that for you guys is offer online training app access to your premium clients only, but raise your price. So make it a $600 or $700 package.
Right.
But then when they're like, oh, that's too much for me, say, okay, well, I can offer you the premium package, but if we'll take out the online training portion of it, and you'll just get a spreadsheet, old school style in your notebook.
Yeah.
A lot of people have success with that.
Yeah.
And that'll be down, and we'll knock that down to $500. And they're like, oh, sweet. Now they got that $700 package for $500.
Yeah.
But you started high, so you gave yourself some wiggle room to come down. And now you don't have to make a stinking online package for it.
Right. Well, that's something I didn't even think of back when I first started.
Right.
Back
That's why
years,
we're telling you.
years, yeah.
That's why we're telling you.
But listen now for this one.
Yeah. Do this one.
Yeah, do this one now or you guys can do incentives, right? Incentives like, hey, Sean, thank you for coming for your consultation today. I know you want to come in for 3 times a week, which would be about $800 a month right now.
Yeah.
But what is it? If you want to sign up for 2 months in advance, I will give you the 3rd month for free.
Right. Yeah. That's what EOS did.
Yeah.
I mean, they always do that time.
Oh, yeah.
First month double sessions, or you get half off your first month if you paid month 1 and 2 in full. So if it's $800, $400, you pay $1,200, you get the first 2 months instead of $1,600. So there's lots of different ways to shape your offer, but make sure that you have enough to offer to give yourself some bargaining chips.
Exactly.
Because if you're just going to offer them a meal plan and a workout, and you want to charge them premium price for it, there's a ton of other people in here that are way smarter than you, way bigger than you, smile better, talk better, and they're going to offer way more than you do. So get as much as you can in your offer, even if something as silly as I offer a fitness concierge service. Oh, what's that mean? Oh, I come meet you at the front door. I walk you in. I make you feel comfortable. You can add all this stuff to your package.
Something silly, but it works.
And if they don't want to pay that premium price for your premium service, they can get your mid-tier pricing. Right.
That's what I was telling DJ today. I was telling him, I said, you got to make your offer so damn good. It's hard for them to say no.
Right.
If that's all you're selling is just a workout and then also a meal plan and that's it, and you're just like the rest.
Right.
So what is it that you're gonna sandwich, right? You gotta sandwich it, right? I'm not gonna go back to a restaurant if the sandwich is shitty. Right. Exactly. So I told him, I said, if you're trying to get a new sign up or new client, you got that incentive one I just said, 2 months up front and then the 3rd month for free.
Right.
Or if they're still haggling about the pricing, maybe they refer a sign up friend.
Right.
Sign up friend and you give them both the same deal. Or you give this one that you talk to the first, maybe $600 and then mark this one for $800 and then the 3rd month free.
Right. Another way, like you said, you get more contacts from them, right? You build your referral system.
Yeah, big time.
You come in, hey, I know you can't afford the $800 package this month, but how about this?
Yeah.
I'll still let you train 3 times a week. We'll do the $800 package for $600.
Yeah.
But you only get those extra sessions after 2 of your friends have come in for a consultation.
Exactly.
And you hold those sessions back until their 2 friends have come in.
Yep.
So these are a lot of strategies that you can implement. They're also going to be in the referral program and the Big Brother program for you current self-made training facility trainers that don't like to download the app. There's going to be referral programs in there.
A lot of golden nuggets in there.
Golden nuggets. All right. Yeah. So now the one that I don't listen to, so I'm going to let you talk about it. Boundaries. Call me 24/7. I'll probably be awake and answer. See the black in my eyes.
No, man.
Setting up boundaries when you're early on in your business. How does that look? And how did you develop boundaries as you grew?
So as in terms of like setting my hours of operation, right? That was the start. So obviously start at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd end my day, like put my phone away.
4:59.
I'd put my phone away by 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
Right. But I used to, when in the beginning, I used to just continuously work. Right. I just like answer text, left and right. And then before I knew it, I was starting to, bleed into like my one-on-one time with my girlfriend at home, or running into my family time. And I had no time to like just be by myself.
Take a breath, right?
Right. And kind of just like decompress. Right. So during that time, I eventually learned, okay, I needed to start just tell clients, hey, it just lets you know I'm going to be stopping answering texts at like 7 o'clock at night.
Right.
Right. And
you need something, better get that text in at 6:59.
Yeah, exactly. Or else I'll see you the next day, or I'll get back to you the next day.
Right. How much peanut butter should I eat is probably not a 10 p.m. question for me. If you're eating fucking peanut butter at 10 p.m., you have a problem. And don't call me for that problem.
Yeah, but also too, because I would always get all the same texts, pretty much the same exact thing. Like, how do I weigh this out? Or is this measured after I cook it or before I cook it? Or what's like a good source of like fats, and it's already listed on their meal plan for them.
Right.
Or I get this one still to this day. Do I have to eat this exact thing on my meal plan, or can I swap it out for something that has the same macros?
There's a food swaps list, so think about it.
No, Sean, don't give them options.
Options, bro. I give them options.
No.
But yeah, right. It's better cluck. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that I didn't have on our list, but that's smart for a new trainer to develop. Because I was actually thinking about this the other day when it comes to content creation. Like, how many times do I have a conversation with a client today, especially Ashley Cooper? She asks great questions, and we have great talks, and Erica Sherwood also. And it's like, how many times do I have a conversation with them that I'm like, later, I wish someone was there to record that.
Yeah.
Because like live like this, it's more raw, real, and relevant.
Yeah.
And it's not scripted, and you get like the actual information from me, how I want it to be delivered, and it's a real like organic moment. And I thought, like, if I just had like David and Eric like walk around and like capture those, like that 30 seconds, that 2 minutes, like all the time, and put that in like some kind of like client frequently asked questions database.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, there's some new trainers, an idea.
Yeah.
When you start growing your clientele, you can start by thinking, what are the questions that I had about training, and start making and organizing a content and like a reference guide into frequently asked questions. Give that to your client when they sign up.
Right.
I'm going to have an FAQ for you, a frequently asked questions guide for you that has all the questions that you will need answered. Make a little ebook for them. Yeah. That's another value add service, so that when that client comes in and doesn't want to pay your $800 a month for premium, you're like, okay, well, we can give you the mid-tier, but it doesn't include my frequently asked questions. It doesn't include my video tutorials module. It doesn't include blah, blah, whatever. And then like, oh, wait, all that sounds cool. All that sounds important. I want to pay. Now, you know what? Actually, like, I'll stop eating McDonald's every day, and I'll be able to afford your program. Right. You're like, and now you got skinnier too. Two birds, one stone.
And put those nuggets away.
So I think you're right on like setting your schedule. As long as you're the one in control of it. Right. Same thing as how you were when you were younger. You allowed the client to dictate your pricing, and now you dictate the value. Right.
Exactly.
And it's reframing the client to understand that, like, this is my business, and I say how much it's worth. Right. Like when they go to Albertsons, they're not like, well, hopefully Karen, they're not, going up and like, well, the chicken says $2.99 a pound, but will you do $1.50?
Right, exactly.
No. When they go to get their Nikes, they're willing to pay Nike $150 for a pair of shoes, but they don't want to support the small business, Right. Chandler's training. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting when you're working with people, and when you love what you do, it's tough to ask for more money because you enjoy it.
Right.
And that's where like I get to sometimes where I find myself answering my clients' friends' questions that don't pay me a dime.
Oof. That's rough.
You know, and I was going back and forth with a couple of their friends. And I'm like, I enjoy helping them.
Right.
One of these ladies has lost 35 pounds this year.
That's cool.
I've made $0 from her.
But you know what?
But
It's
it's
because
value.
you're passionate about what you
Right,
do,
right.
and that's also not only that, but you're retaining that client that's her friend.
Her friend, of course.
But you're also planting seeds.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now she doesn't need me anymore because she looks so good. But you're right, and there's value to it. And
right, exactly.
We see the value of educating others too. That's why we do the Big Brother program. How we also learn by teaching.
Right, exactly.
And we get to be better and sharper at our craft. I just think like sometimes a problem that I have now is I take away from paying clients to answer the questions of non-paying clients.
Well, you're growing.
You know?
You're growing your community, right?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's your name on that.
Right.
That's
or
your,
I
that's
should
your name.
probably answer my clients' questions first. But, you know,
Well, you hope that your clients know enough at that
Yeah,
point
right,
to
they
kind of
should.
get by
They should,
until you
yeah.
can get back to them, right?
it's okay, don't eat the jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, just put the spoon down.
And then so we had boundaries, set your hours, especially around family time.
Yeah.
I try now, like you said, I have like a 9 o'clock. I try to go from like 9 o'clock till 9:30, 9:45 with like phone down, not even touchable.
Yeah.
And then usually I'll check it one more time before going to bed, send out an email or text if I need to reply to something.
Yeah.
And then try and put it down. No client responses after that. If I
Right.
want to do anything on my phone after that, it's not client based.
Right.
Now but then I get up at like 3:34 in the morning and back in answering questions.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So we have the undervaluing, undercharging, and boundaries, and last one is the lack of structure. So
This one-
we have something in the Big Brother program called Building a Client Journey,
Yeah.
the 90-day process for building a client journey, and a 90-day business plan. So as part of the 8-week program, by the end of that 8 weeks, you should be able to tell us what the 90 days looks like for your client. What happens on day 3? Do they track their food for 3 days and give it to you? When do they take their progress pictures? Do you do check-ins for weigh-ins, Mondays, Fridays? Like, how do you do it? And I can tell you how I do my clients: Mondays, Fridays, weigh-ins, Saturdays, progress pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, and like how you collect the progress pictures. If they're females and you're a male trainer and they're uncomfortable sending their photos, what do?
Just
have them keep it on a folder on their phone. You can look at them together, so it's
In
not
person,
awkward.
right.
Right. Look
Yeah.
at it in person.
Yeah.
Have shared documents. Have a shared Google Drive.
Right.
Keep all the information on your online platform. If you have the Trainerize app here with Self-Made Training Facility, you can have all your clients put their progress pictures and their measurements, circumferences on the app. It'll track it for you.
Right.
So that is the part of structure. What's some other structure, last point, that you've implemented in your business to help you flourish?
This one's a big one. I used to do single hours. I started pairing everybody together.
Yeah.
Right, because then that kind of gives me power back into my business and running business how I see. That will help it like be healthy and then also allow me to grow continuously. Right. So I started, like I said, semi-private, and then that way versus 16-hour days. Now I'm down to 10-hour days. Right, and I'm not burning myself out. That we talked about in other podcasts. And I'm able to do my admin work. I'm able to do community networking and stuff like that. And then I'm also able to do continuing education like we are doing in the app. Get the app.
So, and the funny thing is as an entrepreneur that Chandler is he had no problem, and he didn't even blink, and I didn't even blink, when he said, I'm down to 10-hour days.
Yeah.
As in, that's low hours for him. But he gets to pick those 10 hours versus the 16 hours he was probably like, could be on, off, or a couple hours on, a couple hours off.
Exactly.
And he was at the mercy of the clientele who were already trying to get him to ask for less money and give you your more time. How's that fair to your business, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense, guys.
Exactly.
So with your structure, it's like you have to be in control and be cognizant of the decisions that you're making for your business. So like right now, I am like, anyone that was running my schedule right now would probably be like, what the, like burning out. But I have a heart for what Miguel has left us, and I will not stop.
Right.
So we had a gentleman in here who's looking into franchising and purchasing and things like that. And he wanted to meet with me, and he was like, wait, you still have clients? How many clients do you have? And I said, well, I saw 24 people today.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, I saw 24 people.
That's about average.
And I was like, all right, that was by 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so what do you do now? I said, well, I'll go home and eat, and then I'll see 6 more people tonight. So I'll be about 30 people today.
Yeah.
And his eyes always like, so that, and then I'll go and I'll work on the app for like 30 minutes. And I do mentorship for trainers that aren't here. So I'll have a mentorship call for a trainer in New Jersey. And then I have a mentorship call tomorrow for a trainer in Washington State.
Nice,
about
dude.
growing their business.
That's badass.
And so, and it's like, when do you do that? It's like, well, I'll do it in the car when I'm driving home.
Yeah.
And it's like, can everyone do that? Can you do that forever? No. But when you're building something,
then it doesn't really matter.
Then nothing's going to stop you. You can't live on it forever.
It's not going to phase you as much.
Right. And so, and that's what we talked about on Jeff's podcast. We talked about, like, it's called From the Grind Up.
Right.
So there's a time to grind, and there's a time that you have already ground. You've done the grind, and now you need to add in more systems and processes and delegate to other people.
Sustainability.
Right. And so that's where, like, Chandler comes in with helping out with things. I can't be here 24/7 for the Big Brother program and the app and education to help me. I delegate to him. He brings me back all the feedback from the program. And then he's the point of contact for that. And so we're organizing our first team meet next week.
Yep.
And then we'll get some food for everybody.
Yep.
And then we'll see, hey, what needs to be changed in the program. In no way, shape, or form does Chandler and I believe that our program is anywhere near perfect.
Yeah.
But it's better than what we had before, which was nothing.
Exactly.
And it's going to be better every week that we move forward.
Right.
So if you found value in today's podcast on the mistakes that we have made, don't make them yourselves. If you want any more tips, tricks on how to build your business, stay tuned. Listen to the rest of our podcast.
Yep.
Follow Chandler's prep journey. He's going to be posting some more videos on his own. Finish your rice. Russell just texted me, said finish your rice. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoy your week. And anything to leave them with, Chandler?
Just don't be afraid to take matters in your own hands. Recognize your value that you have and gain your structure first, and knowing what you have to offer, right? And don't be afraid to go and get what you want.
That's right. Put your foot down.
That's right.
Thanks, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
Peace.